Hands up, Jedi. Uh-oh.
Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Den. Today I'm going to be showing you how I resin printed a prop replica B1 Battle Droid Head. But before we deep dive into the build, I kind of want to give you a little bit of backstory on why I made this other than it being just really cool. So I went to Star Wars Celebration Japan with a friend of mine, JT Lovecraft. He's been on the channel quite a bit on the live roundtables and stuff. And it was announced at Celebration that Doug Chiang was going to be doing an autograph signing. And if you don't know who Doug Chiang is, he's like the lead designer concept artist for the prequel trilogy. He designed the battle droid heads, a lot of the ships, Anakin's pod racer. He's really responsible for a lot of how the prequel trilogy looks. And we thought it would be really cool to do a life-size B1 Battle Droid Head, which he had said in the video that he had never signed one before, so it was kind of like a one-of-a-kind piece. But let's head over to the resin printer and get this started. So after surfing the web and doing a little bit of research, I found that Droid Division had exactly what I was looking for. So that's the file I'm going to be using for this project. So I decided to print the nose and the main headpiece first, and I had to slice it because it wouldn't fit on the build plate. And I thought everything was going great until I noticed this giant gash that was in the nose piece.
Oh no!
And it was unfortunate. It probably was just too heavy, or the resin mixture wasn't mixed well enough, but needless to say, it had to be reprinted. So I reprinted the nose piece along with the back of the head, and everything worked out just fine the second time around. And it took roughly about 9 hours to print these pieces. And then we moved on to the back of the head panel, and I guess what you would consider the ears of the droid, and that took roughly about 15 hours to print. After cleaning and curing all these pieces, I had to prepare myself for the endless hours of sanding I was about to do to make this completely smooth.
So it begins.
Luckily, I resin printed it, so there wasn't a crazy amount, but still, regardless of what you print, you still have to sand quite a bit. So what I'm doing here is filling these resin drain holes. I put a little bit of paper towel in there, and then I use UV craft resin to essentially just fill the spots. And the reason why you add these holes, especially for like bigger pieces, is just so that the resin doesn't like get trapped inside the pieces. You know, especially with these bigger pieces, they can be really heavy and you don't want to add extra weight or even waste resin. So these holes allow the resin to drain out and go back into the vat. So now that I got the head smoothed pretty much to where I want it, I'm going to use 2-in-1 Gorilla Glue epoxy to glue the nose and the back of the head to the main part. And then I use a little bit of UV craft resin as well to kind of fill in those gaps that are left behind. And the last thing I need to do is sand down these ear pieces that are going to connect to the back of the head. And then we can take it into the spray booth to be filler primered for the first time. And now that we have it all sanded down, I'm going to hit it with 2-in-1 sandable filler primer, and this is just really going to make it a lot more smooth. It's going to fill in any of those little tiny scratches or imperfections that are still left on the piece. And now that the filler primer is dry, I'm going to hit it with 300 grit sandpaper to really just smooth out all the little cracks and crevices, and then it'll be ready to be painted. So I went with Montana Gold Sahara Beige spray paint, and I think it really nails the prequel Phantom Menace battle droids. For the final layer of sanding and really getting this thing smooth, I used 400 grit sandpaper for all the parts. So it kind of got down to the wire a little bit for me, so I wasn't able to film after this particular part, but after I get done sanding it, what I did was I sprayed it 2 more times with the Sierra Beige, and then I added black wash. And for the black wash, what I did was it's about 70 to 80% water and about 10% to 5% acrylic paint. And I just black washed the whole thing, and then I used acrylic paint to paint in the black eyes for the battle droid head.
Sir, it is you are a he actually made this, so I was wondering, maybe we can get it signed somewhere.
Let's see.
The best place, whatever you got going on.
You gotta leave the best place for Doug, because this is his design.
Maybe Doug, like right here then, and like down the nose. Perfect.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Awesome. Do you mind if we get a picture? Okay, Max, you want to...
Yeah, I got it. I got it on my phone.
And then we're actually together, so he made this for me.
Out
of here. This is your first debuting of autographs, so I assume it's the first one you're gonna sign. I already have John Knoll there. Maybe if we could do something like right there, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
You were the envisionment of like our childhoods, man. You know, thank you so much. It's amazing.
No, this is really well made.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have the rest of the droid?
The future, planning on it, but not quite yet. Couldn't swing that for celebration, unfortunately. But
we flew over from the States too, so we didn't want to attach the ears quite yet because it might have snapped, you know.
Roger.
oh yeah, dude, that's awesome.
There you go.
And they also got to sell. Okay. Is this yours? And then for the batteries?
Yeah.
Is everyone in the Zelby? Or
No, just him.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
That's oh my god. Well, in the world.
Dude, he's so nice, man.
Go to history.
Sick.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, go.
Just want to see John sitting there by himself.
Dude, yeah, he's so.
You go. Are you?
Dude.
History.
Dude. You still recording? Dude, he's so nice.
I know. He's so.
Little big smiles.
Honestly, I might not get anyone else to sign it. Maybe Matt would, you know.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But, dude, holy crap.
It's such nice handwriting too.
You realize you are part of history now, right?